Okay. So, good evening, everybody. Today, what topic I have chosen, I'm sure all of you will love. We will talk to plants and trees. Okay. Now, obviously, you should have your intuitive self or the power, whatever you call it, little high, right? Because they do not talk with our own language. First of all, we ourselves do not talk with the same languages, by the way. So we should have a little bit of intuitive self also to know what we are talking, right? And the intuitive self comes from the body language and some more expansion of our own feelings. Like, for example, when I'm looking at Diksha, what is that I'm feeling? It may not be my feeling totally, right? It could be her thoughts too. So all of these powers will start growing as we become more and more intuitive, or as we practice more and more, right? And there are many activities around the world people do to actually increase their intuitive power. Many of the therapists and healers do that as part of their exercises. Like, it's not just meditation, you go on doing it. You also have to do a lot of these intuitive exercises to become intuitive. And beyond the capacity or capability to do the intuitiveness, you should have belief in yourself. Because how much ever intuition I get, if I just dismiss it off, then there's no use, right? You don't believe yourself. Just by talking, I'm sure, just last time we had the different ways of being intuitive. I'm sure many of you have recognized your intuitive power and you have figured it out. Wow, I just now thought and it just happened. Isn't it what I thought? The first thought which I actually had was that, but then I changed. Things like that. A lot more awareness will come. Yeah, that's true. There is one website actually, which is, what was that? It's something about Silva technique, okay? And this website is a wonderful thing, which many times I have gone and practiced using that website. All of you just, I'll post that in the group if anybody is interested to try it out. I'm not getting it right now. So what they do is, around the world, people can put their problem there. Okay. It's something like, I'll put my name, from which place I am, how old I am, and how do I look? I have black hair, this height, and this fat, or whatever I will write. And then maybe I'll write my problem. Okay. And people keep putting it there. Now, people who are therapists or who are healers or who want to be intuitive, energy healers, they can see cases, like 5 cases, 3 cases, whatever you choose, and they will show only the male or female, from which country, and I think some few little things only they'll show. They do not show the other information. And you are supposed to become intuitive and get all the info. Okay, you write it down. And then you go check the whole detail and see how much you are matching with that. So you can keep trying this. It's a very interesting. And as energy exchange or whatever, you send energy or you send love so that they heal. Okay. There are many people put their cases there, not in detail, just a little bit, because what you can send is love and or energy for them. Or if you're an energy healer, you can do whatever you can. Okay. But this is a very good technique of knowing how intuitive you can be. Okay. And they also say that if you hit 50 times, your intuition is correct. Not completely, at least even hit one aspect of it. Okay. Maybe the hair color you find or something, then if you hit it like that 50 times, then is the most intuitive power comes out afterwards. I have managed to come only till 20. So I can't tell you how it is after I hit 20, 50, because I got bored and I stopped. But that's a very nice way of trying because you can't just call somebody, come here, I will intuitively try something. You can't, no. This is a very good support provided for you to become intuitive. And it's good also. Okay. So this is one thing about intuition, which I wanted to tell you last time, but I forgot. Maybe last time we didn't have time because I was talking too much, maybe. Okay. Let's come to trees now. Do you all love about trees? What is that something which you really like about trees and plants? Anybody?
The freshness and the different types of color, even a green color with so many different shades, and so many different shapes of trees and plants.
Oh, wonderful. Anyone
The
else?
fruits from the tree.
Yeah, definitely.
And the perfume, some have flowers that,
Yeah.
and the shade they give.
Yeah. Kavita, you want to say something?
Yeah. The trees suddenly make you feel very happy, and they immediately send you the signal of life and something beyond life, which is there in the universe and is connecting to you. Yes.
I agree. So basically, we all agree that there's nobody here who says, I hate trees, because that makes me feel like nobody is there, right? I don't think I've come across anybody who says that, right? So basically, tree has this capacity to touch you with some kind of a happy feeling. It's a non-judgmental feeling, right? They never judge us. And they just stand there. Whether you're a very bad person or whatever kind of a criminal or a love person or whatever you call it, they just stand there. So it just gives you a feeling of grounding, right? Not judging and always standing there. So if you ever feel that ungrounded, now the question is, what is being ungrounded, right? That's another thing. But if you ever feel ungrounded, if you just touch a tree, immediately you'll start grounding yourself because of this feeling of so much of being grounded. Okay, ungrounded feeling is too many overwhelming emotions and you're blaming others and you feel giddy and that's in the body. So all of these are ungrounded feeling. Okay, crying, too much crying is also ungrounded. Or not at all attached, do not care for anything is also a part of being ungrounded. Okay, so now quite a bit of research has been done to know whether trees actually, plants, whether they communicate. And I found out they do. Okay. Now plants actually at the two-dimensional level, meaning they grow tall and wide towards the sensory objects. For example, sunlight. So they keep going towards the sunlight. Or there is water. So they keep, spreading their roots towards the water. It's like that. Okay. And this is what they say. And let's believe that. Okay. They are group souls. So they are in groups most of the time. Now, what does the group souls mean is like, you can even think like one soul in small chunks of groups. Okay. Ant is, the whole ant behaves like one organ, but there are many ants playing different roles. Okay. So trees are something like that. And they spread close by, right? Most of the trees, when the seeds fall, they grow together. They do not, of course, they fly in the air and then grow, but they're always in groups. Okay, so they say that they're group souls. But that also means that they communicate in a particular way with their own kind of trees. Okay. Now, how do they communicate? They communicate through liquids. Okay. So they send some kind of the sap of that, the trees go through the roots, and it will go to their own kind of other trees, and they will be able to decode it. Okay. They do make sounds, ultrasonic sound or whatever sounds they make, which specifically scientists don't know whether the other trees can understand it. But when the tree is hungry, it makes a particular sound. Okay. Now the communication wise is, let's assume if there is a caterpillar on a tree, they kind of emit either the fragrance or something that they attract the wasp, let's assume, so that the wasp can kill the caterpillar. Or if there is fungi and some few things which are growing on the tree, and ultimately the tree will die because of the pest, it can spread that message to all other trees around it, saying that this kind of thing is there. And so they can make themselves alert and make sure that this pest does not go there. Okay. Now, if there is a tree which has been cut and no leaves on the trees, etc., but the tree can live for such long time. Why? Because the other trees which are around will support the tree with all the related liquids and everything, and then it can still live without leaves for a long time. So they do communicate, they do talk, and they have memory. This memory is too, it's much more than human beings, because the rings, right? They have the rings in them. Each of the rings, actually one ring comes every year. So that ring holds the history of that year. If there is a famine, and then it is recorded. So if you study the rings, you can actually study what happened in that time. And these things can be probably they're communicating with each other too, in their own way. Okay. And they say that they call this WWW. Okay. What is that? Wood Wide World. It's like an internet among them. Okay. And they'll have to pay for it. That's what they say. And it's very expensive. These messaging are very expensive according to humans. What do they pay? They pay sugar. Because sugar is the one substance which these plants and animals live on. For example, take maple syrup. When does that come? It comes during the autumn time.
Isha, can you repeat this whole thing? How you said they start communicating?
What is that?
How do they communicate the network?
Sugar.
No, sugar is fine. Before that you said, na, they do some Wi-Fi networking.
WWW.
Okay.
Our internet, their internet is that through the roots.
Okay.
And they communicate, right? So they call that wood wide world. Okay. So, so what happens is they will collect the maple syrup, and then during the autumn time it comes out, and mushrooms will grow over these wooden stuff because they kind of use this sugar. Lots of other insects will be using. So there is so much actually they have to produce. That's what they say. I mean, how scientifically this is proved, and I really don't know. Please read those books, How Plants Communicate, or something written by Peter is there. It's a wonderful book actually. Okay, I've just read a little bit here and there. And so that's how it is. So they can communicate very easily, a lot of things. It's just that we are not aware of it. Okay. Now, when I was reading a book of related to shamanic book, there are some clan mothers 13 clan mothers. They are, one of them is one which will talk to the plants, learn from the plant world. Okay, plant people is what they call. What does she do is she grows roots next to those trees and then feel them. Then she will hear all the talk of the trees. Maybe we should do the same. In our mind, that we grow roots, stand next to the tree, and then we will be able to hear the, the song or the talk of the trees. Okay. Now, another thing I'll tell you. One of the forwards was a small little video where somebody had done some sensors, two sensors, like a plugging sensor. They will plug it to all the leaves, and then they will distinctly hear basically the frequency of the liquid. And based on the frequency, they have added a song for it. Like if the frequency is little low, they will play the music of a low pitch song. Okay. Somewhat similar kind of a songs they have chosen. They have done that. And they have clipped this to many, many plants and trees, and they play those songs. It's an amazing device. Okay. And they have put it to the lilies, water lilies, and the song is too many types of songs, because there is water also, right, which is transforming all of this. And they have put it to a dead plant, and there was no song. So we clearly can make out that these frequencies, how they actually use it for communication. I wish I could take that and put it to myself and hear my own song, because we have blood anyway, and we too have frequencies. Anyway, so that's different. But definitely there is a way in which we can talk to the trees. Scientifically is what we spoke right now. But spiritually, how do we speak? Spiritually, you'll be able to speak to the trees probably much more easier than any of this technology help. And maybe you'll be able to realize even more about a tree. Okay. They do have characteristics just like us. Maybe one is very playful, maybe one is very serious, one is very matured, and all kinds of characteristics they have. And if you merge with them and feel there, you can see feel whether it's sad or hungry or angry or whatever its emotions, which will actually what you will feel inside you, right? That's how we will identify. What I feel inside is what exactly it's feeling, because I'm connecting to them, right? And then if you want, you can talk, ask questions. First of all, talk to the tree and then ask whether it's interested in talking to you, because some of the trees will very strictly tell you, sorry, I'm not interested, get lost. Okay, so it can be that. So you can talk. And then if they're okay to talk, you can ask questions. Okay. Some of the questions I will, when I'm guiding you all, I will ask, but I will give you probably a minute time where you can talk your own questions and try to get the messages. Okay. That's the only one exercise I have. But if you still have time, if anybody has a specific tree, then all of us can connect to that tree and talk. And then we can exchange our thoughts to see how much all of us are in sync. But do you remember last time what we did? I told you, this big book. Each one would be reading many pages, different pages. It doesn't mean that you're all wrong. It's the same epic. You're just reading different pages. So everybody will be right. Are you okay with all of this? We'll do both the exercises, then you'll get over very fast. Okay. Now, any of the intuition, the rule of the intuition is you have to calm your mind first. And you have to clear your mind. Critical filter has to get cleared. When that happens, it's very easy to get connected to anybody. Okay? Cool. I want most of the people should switch on the camera now. Possible? That's the first step to show up. Let the whole world see us. Okay, so let's start. Make yourself comfortable. And just first think about one tree which you know, which you have seen. It is like you should have somebody's name, no, to call their number. Randomly, you cannot pick up somebody and you won't get connected. Yeah, no problem, Deepika. So I want you to think about one tree or one plant which you know about. Maybe a tree in front of you, or in your childhood you had a tree, or whatever that is. Okay, because it's like an identification. It's like you need to know a person before you call their name. So you should know the name. So like that, choose one tree. Okay, consciously you think about that tree. Now let's begin our exercise. Okay, so look at, stare at a point in front of you. Keep looking at the point. And just be aware that you are looking at that point. Just see how that point is looking. Is it very clear? And how is the lighting around it? Keep looking at the point and concentrate your complete consciousness on that. And now slowly pay attention to your breathing while you're looking at that point. So you are now looking at the point, but you're aware of your in and out breath. Now when you're doing it, in the next breath, slowly close your eyes. When you close your eyes, still look at the point with your eyes closed. Now just see how the point is. What is the difference earlier to now? Now, as you're looking at the point, slowly now look at the back side of your eyelid. Now you don't see the point, but maybe you see the dark eyelids or bright eyelids. You don't see any image actually, because you're looking at the eyelids. Now again, withdraw it little more to the center of your head. How does that feel to be at the center of your head? A little further ahead, you can see the edge of your eyelids. If you just turn to the left, you'll probably feel your ears, and to the right side also. And there is a back, but you're at the center. Does this feel like being inside a room? Is it calm and quiet? How does that feel for you? At this level, tell yourself that you're completely relaxed. And only concentrate on being at the center of your head. And tell yourself, I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing. Now, when I count 1 to 3, the tree or the plant which you would like to talk to today, you will visualize that in front of you. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're able to see your plant. I want you to slowly, with your closed eye, go closer to the plant or the tree and touch it. Touch the bark of the tree and feel the texture of the tree. How big is the tree? Can you hug the tree? Can you hold, spread your arms and hold? Or is it too big? Can you put your chin? Can you put your forehead or the cheeks and feel it? Can you smell it? Can you reach the leaves to feel them? Or they're too high up in the sky? How about going very close with one hand touching the tree? Stand very close to the tree, like the tree, as if roots are forming for you. And these roots can communicate the roots of the plant or the tree. I will give you a few moments so that you can start listening to the tree. And if there are many trees around you, you'll also start listening to all the trees around you. Now, if you want, you can merge with the tree to feel it even more. Now, as you're feeling the tree, find out the characteristics of the tree. Is it too old tree? Or is it young? Is it like a fancy lady? Or a male? Or is it very old, like a grandpa tree? A lot of knowledge? Or a very silly, angry tree? Find out the characteristics. Maybe the sound of the tree also will tell you that. And ask the tree, are you okay to speak to me? If you get a sense of it's okay to talk to you, ask the tree, how did it come here? And ask the tree, how old is this? And check what images or memories this tree is triggering in you. And why is that? Why the tree is invoking those images and memories. What is so important about those memories for you? That's also a way the tree is communicating. Also, ask the tree if it has any message for you. That might come like a image for you, or words as if the tree is going to talk to you, or just a thought, or just a knowing. If there is some important message it has given, ask how you should approach that. How do you do that? And if you have any question to ask the tree, please go ahead and ask the tree. You can seek guidance also from the tree. Also, ask the tree how you can get connected to the tree in your day-to-day life. What is the way in which you can connect to the tree very easily in a day-to-day life and continuously get guided by it? You can ask the tree about your place, its place, wherever it is, about the history, about your ancestors. Now, thank the tree, show your love and gratitude in your own way, and thank the tree for getting connected to you and showing you how easy it is to talk to a tree. And then again, bring your attention to the center of your head and to my voice, and concentrate on your breathing. Again, look at the back of your eyelids. Try to search for the point which you had seen earlier. And slowly open your eyes when you're ready. You can drink water. I'll give 30 seconds or 1 minute. Please write down what you have experienced. Put a date and then write it down. Okay. Who's that? Dimple, go ahead.
Can I go and just touch a tree? I'm feeling like touching a tree right now.
Of course, you can do that. You can do that. And how was your experience? No experience is rubbish and all, okay? Every experience is really wonderful. It touches us deep inside and is very unique for each of us. So all experiences are good.
Isha, I slept off.
You
I
slept
slept off.
No problem. But did you choose a tree?
No, I slept before that. I didn't hear to choose a tree.
Exactly. That's why you slept off.
Oh,
Matter. Intent is extremely important before you do any of your process. That will actually make you be active or to sleep off. When there is a healing process is happening, even if you sleep off, it's okay because you're not totally, snoring, sleeping because you're talking to me now, you're up. So it'll actually go directly to the subconscious mind. It is very good. But when we are doing fun filled some exercises like this, it requires you to be not sleeping.
okay.
So at that time, what you need to do is you follow the instructions and tell yourself, I will follow the instruction.
Okay.
Okay? Because that makes you explore and understand. That's the difference between healing sessions and this, where healing session is still okay to sleep off and, wake up. Got it?
Yeah.
It's okay. You can still do the exercise on your own anytime because the tree stands there. It doesn't go anywhere. Maybe the tree was not interested at all. Okay, I don't know. First, you didn't choose the tree at all. So there's no question of it. Do it again later. Okay? Yeah.
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, there is a tree which is the flame of the forest
Wow.
in my area. There are lots of them, but there is this particular one which I pass while going to the gym every morning. So I used to hug it and I say, I'm going to the gym now and I really want to do a good workout. And, generally just talking myself. And I would just talk for 2 minutes and then I'll say, bye. Okay, I'm going. I'm in a hurry. On the way back, I'll come and talk to you again. So I would do that quite regularly. But recently I've stopped doing that because I take another path. And so when you told me to think about a tree, it was, seeing
Natural
that,
that it
yeah,
came.
yeah. And, all the trees over here, they have been named by the scientific name is given. So the name of this tree is Delonix regia. It's the scientific name for flame of the forest. So I named it Delu. So I normally say hi Delu, So sometimes I don't pass just next to it. दूर से जाती फिर भी मैं hi जरूर बोलती हूँ. मैं कहती हूँ, oh wow, you're looking so nice. You got new leaves and you're looking healthier and you're looking much fitter and those kinds of conversations like how you would have with another girl.
Absolutely. That's exactly how it is. That's how you build the connection.
Yeah. So when you told me my eyes closed and you said go closer, and I felt she had arms and she just hugged me and she's, where were you all these days,
Wonderful.
And then when you said see if the other trees are listening, and I could feel all the trees are leaning forward to see what the conversation we both are having, So it was really cute. I want to now go and hug her, because it's been really almost a month or something that I haven't passed that. I see her, but I don't go take that route. Oh my God, I have to now.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That there's an attachment. There's an attachment to her, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what it is.
And these are the experiences which makes it so nice for us,
But I then realized that when you're hugging a tree, you should not have your shoes on.
Okay. That's
Yeah, because it's leather and all those things, right? So it should
the
be,
connection may not be there. That's why
yeah, you should be barefoot. So then that's why I think I stopped doing it, because then who's going to remove the shoes and do all that and
you should still try. Talk to the tree, and then if you have that connection, you can always say that I'm wearing my shoes. Is that okay? Kind of a thing.
Yeah, I should try that probably. Yeah. So thanks. It was a really good experience.
That's wonderful, Anna. Anyone else?
Yeah, I would like to share.
Okay. After that, Navina. Okay. Yeah.
So I usually sit near a tree when I take my younger daughter to Sand Park, her play area. And there is one beautiful parijat tree, and I love its flowers and the smell and all. So I like sitting near it, and I visualized that tree in the in this exercise. And I kept seeing my daughter, and that is a very young tree. And even when I asked her age, it was very young. And she kept showing me this image of my younger daughter. She's 3.5, and they both are so similar, is what I sensed, is they are playful and naughty. And the tree told me to sing and dance. So it was, and she continuously showed me this image of my daughter, and yeah.
Beautiful. See, that makes your connection with your daughter even more stronger. And when you look at Parijata tree, then you'll always remember your daughter. The love
Yes.
it gives you. These
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
beautiful things which trees and plants do for us.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Navina.
Yeah. So, immediately when you said to imagine the tree, I imagined a tree of a childhood, which I have never touched also, but that's the first flash. Eucalyptus tree in my childhood in the compound where I used to stay. Immediately that flash, and I could feel some pain in my right hand immediately, that was the first thing that happened. And then, you said the age, and suddenly it flashed 64 years from nowhere. And then, I don't know, in the middle, of course, I could recall two memories with that tree. Near that tree, a dog has pounced me. That I could reflect. Pounced on me, a scratch over here. And one auntie I used to walk. She's no more in this physical world now. But one auntie used to walk with us. In that area. So that I recalled all these. And after that, I don't know. I dozed off. I don't know with my illness or what. Somehow I dozed off after that. I wanted to ask the tree, please heal me in the condition I am. And probably I think the tree was sending me healing, and so I thought that is what I felt. I think that is why I dozed off.
That's
And
another
when you
good
said,
idea, okay? She's right. You just connect with the tree and then get the healing also.
yeah, so because eucalyptus, I have one balm which I put in my, which is I think eucalyptus. I've not checked. Now I'll check. It's like my thing is there that intuitively that's a eucalyptus oil, and that is what happened today. So I think I slept off really well, and then you said come back, and also in between I slept. Up till now I was awake. Then you said come back, and I had a real good, refreshing that 2-3
Wonderful.
minutes of that.
Wonderful.
So that
That's
is what
the
happened.
secret of Navina. Do not get into analyzing too much and all that,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Because all these plants and animals are very, very straightforward. They're not complicated like human beings. So
Yeah.
that's enough, right?
And I've never hugged that tree, never talked to that, but today that tree came to my forefront instantly. It didn't take even half a minute to connect to it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Navina. Anyone else? There was one time when I was doing this exercise, and there is this tree, Gulmohar, whatever, okay? And that tree was actually doing rap dance. It was like, that was a character. It was going on, and that song is coming in my head, and the tree is going all around like that. Never stops. So they have characteristics like that. And when you observe it, it's so beautiful. And they can offer you their characteristics. It's like you have a friend who is very active, enthusiastic, then they spread that for you, right? They'll spread that same enthusiasm to you. If they're very down and cribbing, and that only will come to you, right? It's like that. So when you have the characteristic, this particular thing, when you are totally down, this rap wala tree is the good tree. It will just put you in high enthusiasm. Just need to get connected to it. So this is how I know a lot of people who are, when they go for a trekking or something, they keep checking all the trees. They figure out, hey, let's see what's this tree, okay? And it's so much fun actually. You should do all of that. Do not care for what people say, but then go ahead and do it. And you will start sensing that how easy it is for you to actually talk to a tree. How it's a different world. This world it uses your intuition to invoke things in you, and through which you will understand. But the tree people, it's a different world altogether. And how colorful is the human world, that much colorful it is too. And they have so much to offer for us. So next time, keep trying. If there is a small little plant, if you're just passing by or it's there, touch the leaf, feel it, and feel that how the plant is feeling. Many times when you touch the field, they don't like it. And then you can respect it. So keep trying all of this. Even when you take the fragrance, when the flower is there, the plant feels very nice if you're taking the fragrance and enjoying it, because that's what they want to do. So all of this, when you try seeing it, you feel you're so happy that there are plants and trees around us, and they make our life so beautiful, you know. So that's one thing about trees. There are other things you can do it. You want somebody to get a message and you don't know how to connect to them. Yes, Pratima. So when you do not know how to connect to them, you don't have any mobile or you don't have the number, whatever, tell the tree, send the message, try it out, it works. Whenever I'm going out of station, the tree in front of my house, I say that please watch out, okay? If anything, let me know. Beautiful. All these are very, very beautiful. And you should all try this. And it works beautifully well for you too. And there is one tree which keeps hearing my sad stories. I feel pity, but then it's a good companion for me. What I'm trying to say is, the more you connect to them, you are not connecting to them just to make use of them. It's like your companion. Try to understand them, hear them. They will hear you much more than you can hear them, because their life is too large than you. They have larger memory, they have larger capacity. All they want is the same kind of empathy towards them. They don't want that from you, but when you show it, they feel good. Because that's what they are. So they can recognize that kind of a feeling very easily. But they don't expect you to do anything. And you know, they can be inside a forest. If you just stand and connect to the tree, you feel that, my God, they're talking so much loudly, you know, they're literally making too much of noise. All of these are so beautiful if you are able to connect to the trees and plants and hear them. And it's some trees and plants will even tell you why, I mean, what is their herbal benefits also. And you can look it up in the website or in internet, and you will figure it out. Yes, of course, this can be used. You know, not necessarily clearly they'll tell you take this for stomach ache and, you know, once in the morning. Not like that. When you look at a plant leaf, you'll feel, I think this is some kind of a herb, you can use it. You'll feel that. And if you just take a picture of it and try Googling it, you'll know that, you'll figure it out. And you can try it out also, but be very careful when you're using the plant. They're much more stronger than your pills. So be very sure, and then you can try it out a little bit and see how it works for you. I have done that many times. Okay, that's why I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so Ritika has raised her hand. Yeah, go ahead, Ritika. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I'm trying to start the camera, but it's not.
It's okay. You speak like that.
So I was saying that this was such a nice experience. So I connected with this one plant that was, sitting in front of me, and it was as if I was connecting to myself, and I got like very nice messages and guidance from the plant as well. So this was awesome. Thank you so much. The plant just kept saying, continue doing what you're doing, and
Yeah, they're non-judgmental, right? And they always encourage you whatever you do. That's one more wonderful thing about connecting to plants and then get the messages, because you are very sure they'll never say anything negative. Or I don't know, I have not come across a plant which will say anything on my face. They've been always nice. Okay. So that was really good. All of you enjoyed. It's also part of being intuitive. So what we do is we keep expanding ourselves with many more such. Yeah, Ritika.
Hi, I got disconnected. I don't know how and why. But I was saying that, yeah, I got very good guidance from the plant as well. And another thing I learned is that sometimes if you don't have clarity or, don't know where to go, this was so nice to just connect with the plant, and your intuition will tell you, right? Like your higher self, it was as if my higher self was speaking to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know the answers, but these reminders are great when you get it.
Yeah.
Like this plant might be an external thing, but I know it was very internal. It was my higher self guiding me.
However you speak,
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. It was a beautiful experience. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, maybe Ritika, you have to mute yourself. Okay. So I have been like a crazy person, keep talking to all plants and trees. And I don't care what other people say, but I love it. I enjoy it. And whether I really get messages or not, I don't care also. So it's just a feel is what I mostly go for. How do I feel? What is my emotion which is coming up? And then is it making me nice, calmer? So these are the things which I usually go. And of course, I will, watch my house is one constant thing I will do. Okay. Many such things you can do with the plants and figure it out. Much more things will come out. And please share with all of us in the group. We have our own group. I don't know whether Diksha is there in that group. You can put it up there. And Diksha, if you give me your mobile number, maybe I can add there. Okay. So
I'll message you.
yeah. Okay.
Isha, even I'm not part of the group.
You're not. I thought you are there.
No, I
original
joining hand.
IC.
Joining hands I mean, where you can put the comments, that only you're speaking, or there's some WhatsApp group?
No, WhatsApp group.
No, I'm
Earlier
not
group,
part of it.
earlier group, which has been renamed into several avatars. Finally, it is come into one name so far. Okay. So,
Isha, if you could add my number too. I'm
I'll
not
add that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, experience. We want many more ideas and the experience of all of this, what we try, so that we get encouraged and we also try those, right? So, as I said, every one of you are extremely intuitive and each one has brilliant experiences. However small or anything, put it, because I'm sure someone else will try that and they'll feel that, yay, this is good, I can try this. Right? I'm sure that that's going to happen. So next, what I want to do is actually talking to animals and insects in a very similar way as what we talk to plants, but you will realize that they're more subtle than plants. Plants are a little louder. At least that's how I felt. They're more subtle, but they're more expressive. Okay, let's see how that goes. Right? So until then, for another whole week, keep trying talking to plants and keep figure out and put it in the group. Let's enjoy all of us together. Okay? Okay, that's what it is for today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Shane. Bye.